Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wembley, England! This is Giants Live Wembley, and it is about to go off in the capital. Here we go!
Jerry Pritchett, 38 years old, from the United States, hail from Phoenix, Arizona. My training days during the week primarily look like, powerlifting, bodybuilding type regimen. And then on Saturdays is event day, where I'll run pretty much a full show every Saturday. Here the last several months, really worked on a lot, mindset. I've had a lot of injuries over the last few years and kind of beat you down. And after one of my early shows this year in January, I really kind of had to get that back, so I worked hard too. So really had the best mindset that I've had in years.
This is the time, Wembley Arena. Are you ready? Here we go, gentlemen. Thank you. Get yourselves backstage and get ready to do this thing. Wembley, this is Giants Live 2019 in the capital.
Yeah, starting yesterday, felt probably warmed up a little too early. Time we did introductions and all that, started a little late. So I ended up doing an extra pull or two that I didn't plan on. So I was originally going to start the 880 to the 400 kilo. I'm going to start there, which I did, and then go into the 420, the 924.
It's Jerry Pritchett.
If ever you've looked at a deadlift machine, you see him on stage right now.
Look at the state of this man, wide as a door. So very powerful, so very good at this discipline. And Jerry Pritchett there made a statement, and we've seen him do that, Bill, with 465 at a similar speed.
I would have liked to seen that for reps, maybe 4 or 5.
880 was fine. The 924 felt just a little bit of a tweak, so I opted to go the 440, the 968, which wasn't in the plan.
Here we go. Oh, yes. When you know you can do it, you know you can do it.
Then it felt fine. It just took that extra pull to kind of get warm again. Just basically wasn't in the plan. Then went the 455, the 1001. It felt good.
Here we go.
He's done some of the greatest training sessions of any athlete ever in the world, and he brings that to the stage tonight.
Come on, Jerry! Jerry Pritchett looks round at Wembley Arena with 455, 1,000 pounds, and he's taking photographs. Pritchett with ease.
Then going into the 467, the 1030, felt a little not really beat up, but kind of fatigued just because it was a quick turnaround. Because as guys start falling out in the last man standing, you start going faster and making all those attempts. So probably really could use a little more time to get ready for it. So maybe a combo of that, and then I'm still kind of getting used to the deadlift suit. It's been years since I've used a suit. I'm really on a few pulls in the gym. So I felt probably a little out of position, a little forward on my toes when I got to my knees. So I just halted there. I couldn't finish it. Which if I'd been back on my heels, I think I could at least, once I got it over my knees, I would have finished it.
Bill Kazmaier.
The positivity is there. The power's there. The training's there. Determination.
Oh, so one close, tight at the knees, shaking and unable to just get that little extra drive, ladies and gents. Raise it up, a round of applause for Jerry. So close.
It wasn't in the cards yesterday. It's the way it worked out, And sometimes you get that in the show because you don't know how warm-ups are going to go, and to hit those big numbers, everything's got to go just perfect in warm-ups. And my actual warm-ups went really well. There was just a big time lapse between the last warm-up to when we finally got to do that opener at the 880. Is what it is. I was happy though. I tore a hamstring pretty bad back in March, so to still come back and pull over 1,000 pounds, I was happy with that. Hamstrings felt rock solid. Low back, everything felt really good. So I'm happy with that.
When you're trying to make history, when you're trying to push the barriers like that, I suppose there's not much of a blueprint to follow, so it's an experiment, trial and error.
Yeah, it's a gamble. Ideally, you only want to take a couple jumps and jump to that big one while you're still fresh. But I'm still trying to think of the rest of the show and placing as well. So that kind of took over and kind of missed out on a big one because of it.
If there's one thing that Strongman community, and especially in Britain, we love, it's people that give it a go, and you did that and then some. So massive congratulations, and thank you for me, genuinely from a fan, to do something that essentially only one other humans attempted.
Thank you, appreciate it. As far as deadlift, keep progressing the way I am. Deadlift, I've thrown in some new things I haven't done before, and they're helping. Hamstrings are firing better than they ever have. They're stronger than they have been. So just continue with that plan. And I still would like to put a little more body weight because I lost some weight, leaned out. So I'm leaner than I've ever been. I'm the biggest and leanest I've ever been. I'd like to put a little more body weight back on for the big pulls. But I feel if I keep this progression that I'm on, that 501 will happen within the next year. Yeah, right now I'm about 355 kilos. That's like 161, 162, somewhere in there maybe. Ideally, I like to be about 370 for big heavy deadlift. Right now, it's a little difficult in Phoenix. Working a full-time job as a metal fabricator, it's really hot in Phoenix to push weight. So I think once we get in the fall and it cools off in the winter, I'll be able to push that body weight back up. I'm probably one of the few out there that have working full-time. I think myself and Luke Stoneman, I think probably the only two that work a full-time job besides doing strongman full time. Oh, I'd already pulled the 501.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't have to go to work in my fab shop and move steel around all day, yeah, I'd already pulled the 501. Always the greatest fans here in England.
It's been 3 years since I've competed in England, and by far, always the best crowds here in England.
And I've competed all around the world, and always by far they're the best fans here. It makes just for a fun show. They're so excited about it. They understand it. They appreciate it. They respect it. So it just makes it fun to compete here. The energy is so high when you walk into that stadium like that with that many people, with 10,000 people. It's just it's hard to describe really until you get down there and feel the energy. The true fans that really love the sport.
Please welcome out. It's just for our first place finishers in the World Deadlift Championships. It was a joint victory. And they're now going to wrestle over one trophy given from Darren Sadler. Put your hands together, folks.
Yeah, I'll be back. 501 will happen within the next year. Whether it's here or somewhere else, 501 will happen.